So for this rollover setting, I do have a video here. It's a little bit longer, it's about 4 minutes, but it's going to show us some key demonstrations. First, it's going to show you how to set up the rollover setting in RoomKey, where that setting is found. And then it's going to show us what it looks like when you check in a guest between midnight and the rollover time, which I think in this example is going to be 3 a.m. So if a guest arrives between midnight and 3 a.m., what it looks like to check in a guest and have those charges post automatically. And then we also have a demonstration of what it looks like to check in a guest after that rollover time has passed. So let's take a look here. So this first video, we'll see how to set the rollover time in RoomKey. And in RoomKey, you'll go directly to System Configuration and select the Property module. When this opens up, you'll click the Rollover tab, which appears in the middle here. And you'll see that you can set a rollover allowed. You can set the time to automatically stop at 3 a.m. And don't forget to check the box on the right-hand corner to previous day by default. That will tell RoomKey to automatically post those charges to the previous day. When you click OK, that saves that setting. And now let's see what it looks like to check in a guest between midnight and 3 a.m. So it is 1 a.m. in the morning. And when you look at your arrivals, you'll see that there's no arrivals there. Instead, you'll find your arrivals in the no-show screen. Here we've got the guest Kelly Brookside, and I can click the check-in button. I can make sure I select a room that is in clean status, so it has a green icon next to the room number, and you follow your regular check-in procedures to go ahead and check in the guest. You'll see the guest is now in-house, and if I take a look at the guest folio, I can see that room and tax charge has automatically posted for the previous day. Now let's take a look at another example. This time a guest is going to arrive after rollover has passed, so this is 4 a.m. Again, the arrival does not appear in the arrival screen. It will appear in the no-show screen because it's after midnight. So we have this second guest arriving a little bit later. When you select the reservation and click check-in this time and follow your check-in procedures, you'll receive this notification letting you know the rollover time has passed, so you can no longer check them into the previous day. You will need to change their arrival date, so click the Change Res button, uncheck the book box. Now you need to change the arrival date to the current day, in this case November 8th, and you need to decrease the length of stay by 1, so making sure that the departure date remains November 10. Now you can click Refresh to update the availability in the calendar view. And you can also double check the rate, pricing, and reconfirm that with the guest. So the price is $220 per night. Now you need to recheck the book box in order to confirm those details we changed. You can also take a look at the guest info and update any information here if needed. Otherwise, you can click OK, and you'll now see that guest in the arrival screen, where you can now select check-in and check them in as if they were a regular arrival. So I'll just go ahead and click check-in. Now, because I changed the length of stay to 2 nights, if I take a look at the guest folio, I'll only see the room charge for the current night. I do need to manually post a charge for the previous room and tax for the previous night. So I'll make sure I'm selecting the room charge here, and in the amount field, I'll put in the price for the room charge, which was $220. And in the reference field, I do recommend you you reference the date. So in this case, this was for the previous night, the night of November 7. Now you can complete the process, go ahead and click OK Exit, and you'll see that second room charge now appear. So that reference information is for the guest benefit, so they are aware of why there are 2 room charges on the same night on November 8th. That way they know that it's for the previous night.